And we're live. Welcome to
the
Crosspod
Word
I was going to say wordiest.
Oh dear.
Castist.
Wordiest castist.
I'm David.
I'm Daniel.
Whoa, I'm Lindsay.
And this is Crosspod Wordcast.
It's a crossword puzzle solving podcast.
Yeah, and more. We solve mostly the New York Times crossword puzzle because we just kind of, I don't know, it's nice to have a little ritual, and we kind of come to that one. It always seems to deliver the goods. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it leaves us stumped at the end, like Lindsay and I last week. We had some egregious, no, maybe not egregious, but we had some, we came up short in a couple answers. And David, you were remotely there to see where we were falling short.
Yeah, and I didn't offer any help on those last four to six squares you had left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay. How's your guys' weeks been?
My week's been haunted by nightmares, not of us not solving that crossword, but I think related to that, just like stress dreams that I've had because we didn't complete it. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully this week we can kind of get past all that.
I hope that this week is therapy for me. Yeah,
This is catharsis on live YouTube and Twitch for the world to consume.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening to our podcast, you could follow us, watch us solve it live, watch it after we've solved it live. We do that on YouTube at Crosspod Wordcast. And we are on Twitch for Sultan Studios, which we have to thank, and producer Sam of Sultan Studios on the boards tonight. He's always good for a clue, too.
And each episode we kind of start out by we have a little bit of intro kind of back and forth like this, and then we have our solution segment where we solve the puzzle. After that, we do an etymological pass segment where we look up the words in our etymology dictionary, etymonline.com.
Please sponsor us.
And then we wrap it up with our final segment, the arts section.
Indeed, you got to wait. You got to wade through this entire podcast crossword to get to the arts section, and it'll be good. And speaking of our arts section, speaking of our arts section, we have a section that's become a section now, our return report.
Mm-hmm.
R&R. So we're going to look through and see, is there anything to share? Have we caught up on the arts that we've recommended to each other before? Did either of you guys have one?
Well, Daniel, do we have to return and report watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier again, or?
Probably. We did kind of recommend that to each other. Yeah, I'm working on it. So Winter Soldier. Lindsay, you want to quick put a bow on that?
I'll say this. From what I understand from the internet, one plot line that was supposed to be a part of the series was that there was also a pandemic going on. And so what the organization was doing is also they were stealing vaccinations, which weren't going to refugee camps. So that was part of like their plot line that I do feel like that would have added to the depth of the series a little bit. Like it would have made me understand a little bit more why the so-called villains of the story were doing what they were doing. Like I would have understood it a bit better. But all in all, I enjoyed it. It wasn't the strongest ending in the world, but I think it really opened a lot of doors for where we're going in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
What did you think of the new Captain America outfit?
Okay, here's
because since I watched Next in Fashion, I'm just all
this is so full circle for us.
All about the hemlines and those.
I think that for his first outfit debut, which I anticipate there will be different versions of his suit for sure. For the first outfit debut, I think that they went full on Captain America, like Uncle Sam Captain America. Like there was no mistaking that he is Captain America, which I think maybe was the intention. They wanted to all out stars and stripes it just so that like no one could question like this is Captain America.
Right, that they're not trying to, like he's the Falcon, but there's that kid, the little kid who calls him Black Falcon. He's like, my dad calls you Black Falcon. And then they interrogate that, that through that scene, they're looking at the the signifiers of that. And so I guess you're saying that if he had, if like, the Wakandans had given him like a Black Panther suit.
To be honest, I expected something a little more techie and sleek.
I was expecting that too. Yeah.
But
I think we were all a little disappointed by that suit.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I didn't like the headpiece.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Yeah, it's funny. A headpiece can fit, weird and it can kind of make a hero, right?
Yeah. But there is something to be said about how like Americana that suit was, because of the conversation throughout the whole series of like, no one will ever accept a Black Captain America. And, his nephew's calling him Uncle Sam. That part of the conversation was always just underlying of, will America accept this person as Captain America? And so I think that they're
not talking about the fictional America that's inside the Marvel Universe. They're talking about, will the American audience accept a Black Captain America, right?
I think probably both.
And it seems to me like they felt like they had to build in a narrative that made that kind of argued for why this is okay. It's like that's what that whole season was about. It's like we can't just give him the shield because we have to do something. We have to go through this.
He has to earn it.
This process. Yeah.
Listen,
hero's journey.
Yeah.
It's a deep cut. I don't know, if we have time for me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. There is an episode where, Sharon is like this art dealer. She's dealing in stolen art. And there's this piece of art that that the screen passes by that people online have paid a lot of attention to. And it's this sinking. It's like the sinking of this ship.
The Medusa.
Yeah.
The crash of the Medusa or something like that.
Yeah. And basically what it was is all these people are on the ship. The ship goes through this storm. They only had lifeboats for a certain amount of people. And what was supposed to happen is the rich people who got into the lifeboats were supposed to tow the wreckage behind. Yes, there it is. They're supposed to tow the wreckage behind so that everyone can get to safety. But they end up, not doing that. And so what we're seeing right here is all of the people left on the wreckage. And the central figure of this painting is this Black man, calling out for help, basically. So like he's the central figure in this piece of art. Now, this piece of art, when it was very first painted by the artist who painted it, whose name is Jean-Louis Theodore Géricault, I don't know. When it came out, no one would buy this. No, it was not sold in the lifetime of the artist. It wasn't displayed in the lifetime of the artist. Like no one wanted anything to do with it because no one was ready for a Black person to be the central figure of a masterpiece, of a piece of art that's considered a masterpiece. And today, this hangs in the Louvre, right? It is considered a masterpiece today. And so people took a lot of meaning from this piece of art showing up in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because it also begs that question: are we ready for a Black person as the central figure of this piece of art?
Well put. I was so glad you sent me some info about that. Post my first viewing, or post my let's see. Yeah, you sent that to me because it's in the second to last episode.
I found it no, it's in the episode where Zemo dances that people loved so much. So I think the third to last episode.
Remind me, are they walking through a museum and they see a painting, or?
It's a so she's like she's a dealer in art.
They meet Sharon
you said that.
at that bar, and she's like, come to my house.
Sharon,
here's what I do. I sell art illegally. Everything you see in museums is forged. I have the real stuff and I sell it. And so it's like there's a shot where it's panning down the hallway and it pans past this piece of art, and some amazing person on Reddit wrote a thread about it, and I was like, mind blown. They also said that it also could reference something about Sharon. I think it's more about, I think it could be about both. And I loved the analysis of the Black person as a central figure of this masterpiece, but also this idea of these people who are supposed to be helping you completely cutting ties with you and turning their backs on you had a little bit to do maybe with Sharon and her situation, but I think it probably has more to do with the original thing I mentioned.
It's all good stuff. You should post that link to the subreddit in the comments.
I'll find it.
Well, any other returns and reports?
Just watching Line of Duty still.
Oh, right. David, did you catch that she's doing that?
I do know that. Yeah, we've talked about it off the air. What season are you on? What episode or season?
So we're still in season 2. Lindsay Denton. Did I say her last name right? Denton?
I think so. Yeah.
Lindsay Denton went to see her mother. On her way back to prison, someone crashes into the prison van. So she gets out, and it's these guys that are trying to kill her. I won't say who. Anyway, so, it kind of seems like it's a redemption arc for her. And then, we'll see what happens in the next episode, because I don't know if I believe that.
I like the show so much that, when you see the credits, you're like, whose brilliant mind is in charge of all this stuff? And it's this guy, Jed Mercurio. And I didn't really...
Great name.
Yeah, great name. I didn't recognize the name, but turns out he's the guy that did Bodyguard from a couple years back. And Lindsay Denton is the prime minister lady that was needing a bodyguard the whole time. That's the same actress.
Oh my gosh. I knew she looked familiar, but I didn't know where I knew her from.
Yeah,
That's
it took
fantastic.
me a while. It took me until so that show is season 6 is where we are now currently in that show. And the season finale of season 6 or series, as they might say, is this Sunday night. So it's building up for, and Chantel and I are watching it. We're on schedule with the release, with the air dates. So it's been pretty exciting to watch.
I know I told you this, David, but I keep seeing my relatives who live over in the UK posting about it, Daniel. Like, they're amped about it. They're like, does anyone know, like, any theories on what's going to happen? People are excited.
They also helped us by identifying the obvious acronym, but now it's just easier to refer to it as LOD, L-O-D.
LOD.
Yeah, Line of Duty is so cumbersome.
Yeah. Don't want to say the whole thing? LOD. LOD.
TLDR, LOD.
Maybe.
Let's jump into our buzz buys then. Before we start, we like to have a tasty beverage to make the evening go by all that smoother. And I'll start with my friends James and Zilpha were driving around Texas in their camper and looking at cool properties down there. And they picked up Panther Island Brewing out of Fort Worth. This is their IPFNA, their Imperial India Pale Ale. And it's got this like guy on the front who's got like maybe brass knuckles or something like that. And it says IPFNA.
Nice.
So,
Lindsay, what you got?
I have a mini bottle of Prosecco. It just felt right today. I'm celebrating being vaccinated and not feeling sick anymore, among other things. So. And
a nice metal straw in there.
Nice little metal straw, keeping it classy.
Give us a little clinkage there for the soundophiles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's very
nice.
Like
that?
Yeah, it's like an ASMR podcast all of a sudden.
It's always been that.
I've got an Odell Brewing Good Behavior Crushable IPA. Got Lady Justice kind of with the scales, with hops on the scales.
And what's in her right arm?
It's like one of those paddles that they mix the hops with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And on the back it says, all good things in balance.
Cheers. I'll take that. I like that. Cheers. Well, today, shall we be doing the Thursday puzzle?
Yeah. Today's puzzle.
It's
April 29th. And it's by Adam Wagner. I can't recall hearing that name before
no.
in our puzzling, but David, you going to do it on your device?
I think I'm just going to follow along here with what you're sharing from your iPad, Daniel.
Picard style?
Picard style?
On screen?
On screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. All right. Well, here we go. Thursday, April 29th. And away we go.
It's got some little Tetris pieces in there.
Yeah. Nonance. Although the middle is more like 2 sections rather than 3.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? 8 octants. And a couple of answers at the top and bottom that span the whole puzzle, which is 15 letters across. Timberthrax says, maybe there will be T-spins.
If we're lucky.
Tailspins?
T-spins. T-spins. Well, so where should we just start with the one across? That very good place to start.
Yeah, like one across. 4
Like
letters.
Julie Andrews used to say.
Yeah,
Let's
like
start
Julie,
at the very beginning.
Yeah.
like Julie Andrews used to say.
Okay, so it's 4 letters long, one across.
Response to a knock at the door, perhaps.
Oh, this is radio theater now.
I know.
Hello.
The wind was blowing.
What?
Oh,
Come.
all caps. What?
Response to a knock at the door, perhaps. Come, like Picard.
That's what Captain Picard says, you
Yeah.
know, in his ready room.
All right,
Come.
let's see if one down is C followed by 5 blanks.
That clue removes quickly with away.
Whisks away, maybe. Like
Sure.
that. Yeah.
Whisks
Yeah.
away.
So, response to a knock at the door, W, blank, blank, blank.
What?
What? Okay, like we said.
Should we confirm whisks with 14 across? H blank blank blank.
The clue?
Chuck.
Hurl.
Hurl. Good.
TL's kind of weird though. 4
It
down.
is.
TL blank blank blank.
Scoff at.
Scoff at. Flaunt. Slight. Scoff at.
I don't know.
Okay.
TL doesn't look great, but what about
Let's
Should we-
26 across.
20, S blank blank, just a
Whisks is right there.
3-letter one.
The clue there is 1st to 228th in Manhattan, abbreviated. Streets, STS.
STS.
All
Good.
right, that's
Okay.
looking good. Should we do like a 2 down and
Yeah. HU blank 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 T blank.
That clue is yields.
yields?
Probably has an S at the end,
Probs.
or something's two.
Yields makes outs
Harvests.
Yields.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Harvests. Let's
Which
try
you like
that
better,
20.
what or hurl? If
I don't know.
whisk is right, then I kind of
Let's
like
try 23 across. A word that starts with a K and then 4 blanks. That should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay, the clue there is Heart of Darkness character who cries, "The horror! The horror!"
That's probably Kurtz.
Oh,
Nice
I had
work,
no idea.
Daniel.
Kurtz is
That's
the
Marlon Brando character.
no, I think it's the well, I don't know who's the character that's going into
in Apocalypse Now.
Yeah,
Kurtz
in
is Marlon Brando.
right. Oh, okay, so he's
But you're
Kurtz is
saying
the guy
like
who's in
Martin
there
Sheen.
already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy who's going in, Martin Sheen, and not,
They're
and
going
not
to look
Harrison
for
Ford who sends him in. Yeah, right.
So okay, well then maybe blank L blank blank T for scoff at.
Let's look at 18 down. That
Blank,
blank
blank
blank Z. That'll be an obvious one, right?
Potato chip brand.
the clue, potato chip brand.
Do you know it?
UTZ.
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 I
I
don't
only
Utz.
know it because of watching Mad Men.
Somebody put
Oh.
it in the comments.
I'll note that down for our etymological pass.
Okay, cool. Well, then where to? 3 down? Blank R, blank blank, RS blank.
That clue in quotes. Not to mention everything else that could go wrong.
It has an exclamation at the end.
Not to mention everything else that could go wrong. like that.
Yeah, that's nice. Or worse.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
worse with an E. Okay. Okay.
So back to 1 across W blank O blank. Response to a knock at the door. Perhaps.
Let's work on 20 across.
Who is it? Who goes there? Whom?
No.
No.
What about 20 across? It's the S blank O blank T blank.
That clue is what Yellowstone's Old Faithful does about 17 times a day. Spouts?
Spouts.
Spouts I think of usually as like a noun, but I guess it's a verb. Spouts.
Yeah, you could spout all kinds of nonsense.
Spout off. Yeah, he's spouting nonsense. Yeah. Or water.
Flout.
Spouting.
Scoff at.
Woof. Response to a knock at the door. Oh, Dylan Johnson with a woof. I think that's great.
Correct.
Because that is at perhaps, and it is.
That's great.
It's not only humans that respond to knocks at the door.
It's perhaps only if you have a dog and a dog that barks.
Mm-hmm.
Or just a person that says woof.
Yeah,
hi Dylan, that's great. Thanks for that.
Is this our friend Dylan Johnson, you think?
I think so.
Oh, that's
Must
excellent.
be.
Okay, well, we have one letter left in 2 down. OU blank PUTS.
Yields.
Outputs. And that was 2 down. Yields. That's right, yeah.
Flout. So you can flout the law. You scoff at the law.
If you're a scofflaw,
you're
a flouter.
Yeah.
Flautist.
You might need to get Bob Loblaw to defend you if you scoff the law. You read about it on his law blog.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Is there a TLDR version?
A scofflaw. Read about scofflaws on Bob Loblaw's law blog. TLDR.
Yeah.
It was so 17 across is a 15 letter. This spans the whole puzzle. We've got IT, WOU, and then the rest are blanks. 10.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah. That clue is first line of a 3-line poem.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably it would.
It wound.
It could wound.
It's.
Should we try 5 down?
Yeah, let's try 5 down. Blank blank LS.
Real head turners.
Isn't owls?
Owls. Nice. Yeah, they can turn them all the way around.
They really can.
I twould that it were so simple. Timber Threx.
What that it twere.
6 down, blank blank D.
That clue, free form with of.
Free from.
Oh, sorry, free from. Oh, I'm getting my letters mixed up.
Rid
of.
Nice, I like that. And I like that beer. It's very, very hoppy. Yeah. Good. 5 across, OR blank blank.
The clue is Vancouver Canucks mascot Finn for 1. I think it's an orca.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Finn the orca.
Cute.
That's great.
So 15 across, WI blank blank.
That clue is totally improvise.
Wing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
That's weird though. Now CN blank blank for 7 down.
Oh.
Fast Money Channel. Is that CNET?
Or is it CNBC?
Oh,
yeah,
probably.
CNET's like a website, or CNBC seems right. Yeah. It would.
First line of a 3-line poem.
And the other lines are in there. I guess probably 36 and 56 across are the other lines.
See, 30 across with 36 and 43 across. 43
so
across.
With 30.
Okay, so then 56 across, final line of the poem.
I hope we get an actual poem. This will be real cute.
Yeah. I twould that it were a poem. 8 down, AG blank 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 blank.
The clue is like hallowed traditions. I think it's age old.
Age old.
Mm-hmm. Like my traditions, like my whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Aged
old. Cheese.
Aged old.
Like my aged Havarti with dill that I'm eating right now.
Yeah.
Does that go well with your
Perfectly.
Prosecco.
Oh, cheese and prosecco. That's like
Stacy has a chart
made in
that can
heaven
tell
together.
you exactly which cheese you want to eat with prosecco, or exactly which wine you want to drink with Havarti.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'll take a picture and send it to you. It's on
Thank
our
you.
wall in the kitchen. 21 across. CO blank blank.
The clue is deal and with parentheses. With is in parentheses. Cope.
Yeah.
Cope.
Kenneth Cope with.
Yeah.
L blank blank for 24 across.
In 2020, they outsold CDs for the first time since 1986.
LPs.
LPs. That's
Mhm.
great.
That's cool. Very cool. 19 down. Blank PP. Blank 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 blank.
Yeah.
Wait, let me try that again. Blank PP. Blank 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 blank.
Why is PB so funny? The clue is seeming.
Appear.
Oh, yeah.
No, appears. No, seeming.
Seeming.
Kind of could be that, but doesn't.
Apparent.
Apparent.
Nice.
Well, 27 across. Blank blank blank. DA.
That clue is blank Solis, Obama era Secretary of Labor.
Linda.
Oh. That would fit. Is it Linda
Let's-
with an I or Linda with a Y?
Yeah, well, let's see 28 down and see if it's the I Latin or the I Greek. Greek
Yeah.
I or Latin I?
So blank blank.
No. Yeah, so 3 blanks. Maybe an I or a Y.
All right, we've got finalize as a deal.
Ink.
Ink, a dink, a bottle of ink.
Dinda.
Dinda.
Excuse me. I was
Sounds like
busy-
a Rudyard Kipling character.
I was busy saying ink a dink, a bottle of ink. I put a D because I stink. 31 across.
Yes. SE blank 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 N blank.
And that clue is pepper between jalapeno and cayenne on the Scoville heat test. Serrano?
Oh.
Yeah, 2 R's.
2 R's, yeah.
Uh,
Serrano.
Yeah, that was very nice. Rolling your R's, David. So somebody want to put Scoville in the comments for us to look up
Oh,
later?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm
We're
checking
just
it
going to
out
watch
here.
an episode of The Hot Ones?
What if you did a hashtag? Can we? Does YouTube do hashtags?
I don't know.
I'll try a hashtag.
Hashtag #etpass or something like that. EP would probably get confused because of
I'll try etymological pass.
There you go.
Let's see if anyone's used
A
that
little
one.
long, but okay. So
I'm sick and tired of people complaining to me about long hashtags. As long as it's unique, it doesn't really matter.
you're right. It kind of it ends up there. You see it. It's kind of fun too. Like a whole sentence hashtag. Great. There you go. So R blank blank for 33 down.
That clue is Addison Blank, high earning TikTok personality.
That's Addison Rae, RAE.
Related to Issa Rae?
Probably.
Definitely not.
Okay.
But distantly, you know.
Maybe. R blank 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 32 down.
That clue is 7 C's of Blank, Queen's first radio hit.
It's like the 7 C's of rye. I think that's how it's spelled.
Wow, good job, Daniel. I did not know that. How does it go?
That's how it starts.
Okay,
and
good.
then at some point they sing, "About you love and daily business."
Or you better stop or we get
7 C's
hold
of
on.
rye.
Copyright.
Yeah, we gotta watch
Yeah,
ourselves.
I was not close. Don't worry.
All right, so should we do 29 down or 38 across?
36 across.
Well, that's part of the poem.
I know.
Yeah, but
You don't want to see if we have any.
How are we just gonna know?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably a known poem, right?
It would be a blank. Yeah, let's just work on the other acrosses. Let's do 29 down.
Okay, 29 down.
N-O blank blank blank.
That clue is jeweler's magnifying glass.
That's a loop.
Yeah, that's Loupe or
and
two
then
O's.
I bet her name is Hilda.
It's you.
No, well, it might be 2 O's, but I think a U seems right to me.
Hilda Solis. What else could it be?
I like Hilda.
Gilda.
Oh, Gilda.
Could be Dilda.
Dilda.
Unlikely.
Could be
Tilda. Like Swinton.
Tilda Swinton. Oh, Tilda Solis. Could be.
I think Hilda.
Milda.
Did we do
David said on Hilda.
27 down?
Okay. H, if Hilda's right. A, followed by 6 blanks.
That clue is kitty litter.
Hairball.
Hairball.
Oh, nice.
Hilda, it is. We're going to have to look up Hilda.
Yeah.
Find out a little bit about
yeah.
her.
Hashtag etymological pass.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag Hilda Solis.
Yeah. Hashtag her.
Well, yeah, get her in on this. She's probably.
No, I'm sure she has a YouTube account. I'll just at her.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so haiku is in the poem. That's a fun. Which a haiku is a 3-word poem, so maybe it's not going to be a famous poem. Not
a 3-line poem.
Yeah, because it's first line of a 3-line poem. It would be great high, or so then 30 is part of 4 letters, and that's with 36 and 43 across. Second line of the poem, so it's 3 words, and
I don't think we're going to be able to do it without building.
Yeah, let's build. 38 across, blank blank, YER.
That clue is less forward.
Shire.
Shire.
Yeah, where all those hobbits live.
Yeah.
40 across, P blank N blank 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 blank.
That clue is sticky stuff that drips down the side of a cone.
Cone?
A side of a cone? So not an ice cream cone then.
A cone?
That drips down the side of a cone. What are the
Pine sap.
Pine.
Oh, yeah.
Sap. Nice.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, 44 across, looking real interesting. B blank E blank T.
That clue is David Blank, boss on the British version of The Office.
David Brent. David Brent. Yeah.
The Brett.
You're thinking of Flight of the Conchords.
True clue time, guys. For
true clue. First true clue of the night.
Blank IN.
And this is where we don't look at the actual clue, and we design a clue that might fill in this gap, blank IN, with the answer that you can.
Yeah, we pick a letter that we think would work, and then we get a clue. So we don't say the letter. So if you're going to post it in the comments, post a clue for whatever letter you think it would be. The blank IN.
Blank IN. Could be kith and blank.
Kin. There are 7 of them are deadly.
Sin.
Yeah.
It could be stir up with up in parentheses.
Acronym for a Reznor-headed band.
Oh, 9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails.
Stir up. What are you talking about, Danielle?
Oh, we didn't even guess yours. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just figured it was a really hard one.
I just, didn't want to embarrass myself by not answering it.
Pin up. Gin up.
Gin up.
Gin up.
Yep.
Gin.
Okay. Well, relation, comma, informally.
Kin.
Timberthrax. Yeah, we got the kin there. I remember that word kin wasn't familiar to me, but then in Back to the Future 3, the Biff Tannen he goes, "Are you kin to this hay barber?" Referring to the early McFly, who I guess is a farmer, and he calls him a hay barber. Had
you never heard next of kin?
I don't know. I just thought it was weird in that context, and so that's like the earliest memory I have of the word kin. Kin to this hay barber. Okay, well, true clue time. 37 down. Blank IN.
The clue is the 1 in 1-0.
A win.
Yeah. Great. Okay, well, haiku is the 36 across, the second line, part of the second line.
Hmm.
So let's, where do we want to go?
I mean, should we go back up to like the 9s, or we could go 35 down?
Yeah, 9's got 2 letters. That's
Yeah, 35 down. We could do that next, too.
Sure. Mind matter, blank, blank, E.
Or. M-I-N-E-D, mind.
Not M-I-N-D.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a clever little
It's
kind
nice.
of a joke, kind of a pun.
Mm-hmm. 34 across, R-O, blank, blank, blank.
That clue is John Blank, husband of Pocahontas.
John Roth, maybe, or Rourke?
Rock?
Is what Timberthrax says in the comments.
It could be Rourke.
Could be.
Let's see.
Haiku were, like an E there. Yeah, 30 down, blank A, blank S.
A group of them is called un archipel.
Un archipel. That could be Spanish or French, maybe. Archipelago doesn't seem like a Spanish word.
Archipelago, kind of a
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
A group of them. Yeah, Timberthrax says Isla, but that wouldn't fit because we have blank. You think like
no.
C-A, maybe a C-A-Y?
C-A-Y. K's? Keys?
Wow, that's weird though. With the, I think 36 across
Yeah.
is going to be like an ending in an E.
Probably for haiku, there's not a lot of other.
Yeah, it would
Letters
be a
down there.
blank haiku. Yeah, there's
And
going
we're
to be like
and
an
we're
if
halfway.
somewhere.
By the way, that was halfway.
Halfway, good job. Okay, well, maybe let's go up to 9 down and work around that top right hand corner. Huh?
Sure. 9 down. Blank, 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 E, S.
That clue is certain ways to work.
Certain ways to work.
I don't know.
34 across is John. Okay, that's right. Well, how about 41 down?
Yeah, we could build off that A blank 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 blank.
That clue is fig on a college application.
AP score,
Ooh, AP score. Good.
Yeah.
maybe. 46 across, it would be P blank blank.
And that clue is apple or orange seed. Pit.
Like a cross pod or like a pit? Is it a pit?
Apple
I don't
or
know.
orange seed. It's like a pit seems right. Yeah. I think of a
Well,
pit as like an
because a pit is a
avocado
stone-
pit.
A stone
I could be
fruit is a
wrong.
Pit.
Yeah.
And
but
I think.
what else? Well, a
let's
pod.
see.
It's not a pod.
It's not a pod?
I don't know. Maybe it's a pod. Well, what about 42 down? P blank 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 blank.
Oh, that
Big
clue is
stupid mouth.
big stupid mouth.
Well, that's so weird though because it's
Big
not in
stupid
quotes.
mouth. It's not in quotes. It's not like somebody saying it.
What does it mean? That's kind of
Stupid mouth.
tricky.
That's
What about 64 across or 61 across?
Yeah, 64 across. Blank E blank blank.
That clue is harmonica piece.
Is there a reed?
there?
Maybe. Yeah, there could be a reed in a harmonica. I don't know. Let's see if 61 across is easy. Blank
Okay,
R.
blank R, blank blank.
That clue is writer blank Stanley Gardner.
Don't know it.
Couldn't tell ya.
50 across. Blank blank S blank blank.
That clue is less naive.
Wiser.
Mhm.
Yeah.
50 down. W blank blank.
Hardship.
Whoa.
Whoa.
55 across. Really revealing our age there.
Blank O, blank C, blank blank for 55 across.
That clue is wet weather wear.
Poncho.
Nice.
Uncho.
Poncho.
Unjo.
We're not a very poncho-y culture in America.
You mean the Crosspod Wordcast?
Well, no. I would say we're probably above the average for the poncho.
Out of the three of us? Out of the
Including world.
The four of us with Sam Garfield?
Yeah, with just counting Sam, who's.
I've worn a poncho.
Yeah, well, we've all worn a poncho, but do you have a poncho?
No, I guess not.
Poncho cred. Timberthrax is more of a cape guy himself.
I would wear a cape 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Would wear.
Yeah. Woodwear.
Would that if were
Hashtag-
so simple.
Maybe like a utility
Down.
cape that had pockets and like, you know. You could
What
put
if
your pen-
inside the cape you had some inside pockets and it was also like fleece lined?
Well, so that's almost like that becomes like a what
a
do you
bike,
call it?
a,
Like a robe or like a, but if it has a hood and it wraps all the way around you, isn't that
But without
it's like
armholes.
a
it's
wizard's
still a cape.
robe.
yeah, like a wizard's robe?
Mhm.
Rove.
Would wear.
Woodwear, most def. Okay, well let's move on from the poncho.
51?
51 down.
Yeah. We've seen this. Oh, we didn't see this one. IN blank blank R 51 down.
That clue is bury. Inter.
Inter. Put it in the ground. Okay, so back to 61 across ER blank blank now for Ryder Stanley. Ernie?
Could it be Earl? E-R-O-L?
Errol. Yeah, like
Errol.
Like Errol?
Errol. No, Errol's
Stanley.
spelled different. Errol Morris.
That doesn't look... the name sounds kind of familiar.
Let's do 47
Aaron
down.
Stanley
okay.
Gardner? Maybe?
Yeah, blank R-O.
Yeah.
Aaron, that's like a female spelling of Aaron with a male. Well,
Stanley
Stanley could be
Gardner?
like a last. It could be a
Two last
Yeah.
names? Well, let's take a
let's
look
do
at
47 down. Yeah, blank R-O blank blank D.
That clue is extended the duration of.
Probably an E there at the end. Proved.
Extended the duration.
Well, let's see if we're either going to be 46 across is either going to be probably maybe a pit.
A pit? Yeah.
And so extended the duration of trobed.
And then 42 down is pi H blank blank E. Big stupid pie hole.
Pie hole.
It is Earl, E-R-L-E. I've never seen that
So
spelling
we haven't
before.
confirmed it altogether because
I like pie hole.
down isn't done.
Well, what else could it be? E-R-L blank.
It could be an N or no, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It could be. It couldn't be much other than an E.
We still don't know though what extended the duration of.
Trolled. Troll. Well, like, what's that going to end in? 56 across. Troll.
Final line of a poem. Tool.
Okay, let's do 55 down. P blank blank blank.
Strategy.
Plan.
Nice. Okay, 60 across. Blank 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 A.
Ooh. Real first name of the singer Lord.
And do we know that?
I don't know her first name.
That's
Lord.
her last name.
Lord,
then?
no.
New Zealander Kiwi singer.
Who would know that?
You know who would know that is
Lord?
what's her name? Ardern, the president or prime minister. Ardern.
Lana Lord?
Lana Lord Del Rey.
Is that right?
I don't know.
No.
Okay,
Timberthrax. Silly.
63 across. Blank 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 N.
No. Did I say it
That's
right?
the clue.
Yeah.
That's the clue.
That was great.
Tricky. I don't know.
That was like but there's different inflections of that within that space. That was kind of like an upset, but it could be like a scared.
No.
Or it could be like a you're at a vaudevillian performance. No. I don't know.
What about 40?
I don't know. 45 down?
49 across.
Yeah. 49 across. Blank A blank.
You guys know this one. Blank Polo. So.
Sao.
S-A-O. Sao Paulo. A city in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Blank. Then what? 53 across. Blank L blank blank.
Sasha Baron Cohen character.
Ali G.
Oh,
G.
yeah.
It's good.
Very funny. Ali G.
54 down. G blank blank blank.
Big Do.
Gala.
Oh, big party. Not a hairdo.
Or a gala. How do you say it, Lindsay?
Gala. No, you could say gala.
Gala. You wouldn't say gala.
Gala.
Gala. I try to avoid that word. I don't know. It's hard to know where to how to pronounce.
For me.
S-A.
Yeah.
49 down. S-A blank blank blank.
That clue is speak as thou might. Sayest? Sayest? Some church words.
Speak as thou might.
Saith. Yeah, like YTH.
YTH. Right? Saith. I thought there was an
or say SAITH.
I don't know.
Thus
say. I thought that was like SAYETH.
I think so. Should we try 45 down?
Let's try 45 down. It's ROI blank blank blank.
Shook up.
Roiled,
yeah. Like Lord wants to be.
Like ginned up.
Because I want to be roiled. Shaking up. Okay, Ella, maybe. Elsa or Ella. EL blank A for real name of Lord.
Oh, it's Jacinda Ardern. That's the name I was trying to pull. Because I saw a video where Stephen Colbert went down there and he met Jacinda and Lord, and they were all eating lunch at Jacinda Ardern's dinner table, lunch table.
That's
fun.
Nice.
Okay, well, back to 63 across. No, D-A blank N.
Darn.
Damn.
Oh,
it could be damn or darn.
Real shorts. He's making us blush.
Well, 58 down, blank blank M or R, maybe. Racial justice movement since 2013 for short.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Damn. Okay, so now the last line of the poem is is a lot more filled in.
It's absolutely got the word syllable in it.
Right.
Oh yeah, well, especially referring to haikus. Syllable two.
Took.
5,
Why
3,
can't
5.
we think of 47 down?
I don't know.
One syllable twos.
Let's do 57 down here. Yep. S blank blank.
Not just accept a wrong, say.
Like not just accept a wrong. Say, what would you do? Strike. Sit, like a sit-in. Say. No, but that's in the clue.
Tricky. What about? Well, should we go to 43 across?
I mean,
sure.
this is definitely looking now like saith, like that probably.
Okay, so then 59 across here is 4 blanks and a T.
The clue?
Year end reward.
It's usually a bonus.
Say
so.
Say so. But that's not biblical, as thou might. Bonus, though, that seems right. Not just accept a wrong say. S-U.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just accept it, you fight back against it, you sue. Okay.
Right.
Say so, or let's see 62 across. Blank, 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 E, blank.
Yes!
That's cute.
Okay.
Wee.
Yeah.
Maybe?
That's weird. Say-see?
You're right. You're right. Okay, well then let's do like one of these long ones.
Yeah,
down.
38 down. S blank 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 O blank.
That clue is be reasonable, will you?
See reason. Be reasonable, will you? See here. Show now. Stay.
Sit down.
Not.
No. Well, okay, 39 down, maybe. H blank 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 N blank.
That clue is like an over-the-top display of wealth. Hideous. No,
gaudy. That's 43 across. Blank 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 E. Oh, that's part of the haiku.
Let's just try 48 across.
Okay, 3 blanks.
That clue is blank victory, world's oldest naval ship still in commission.
HMS, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
That seems right.
Her Majesty's ship.
Yeah, that seems like the most. It could be USS Victory,
Mm-hmm.
too. Well, let's see. Do we see this one? 43 down. If HMS is right, blank H, blank blank B blank. But it could be you as well.
That clue is beats.
Scrubs, beats. Beats
So
is
62
like sick
across starts with an S, or 40. That seems to, if it beats makes it sound like it's going to end in an S.
beats. Yeah.
So
S blank blank E blank.
sweet. Yes, sweet.
Sweet.
Sayest. That actually works.
Yeah, that's
Not
right. It's
sayest.
like in the right tense too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to 39 down, the over the top display of wealth. Like an
Okay.
over the top. H blank S blank blank NE. Haste. It could be 2 words, you think? 1 word would be a weird word.
Could be. I think what we have here, Shire, is wrong. It's coyer. I think.
Coyer.
And then we have obscene,
Obscene.
for like an over the top display of wealth. Obscene.
Nicely done.
So 52 across, blank blank C.
Suggestion, colloquially.
Tick.
A wreck.
Rec. Tip. I don't know.
Like an REC, like a recommendation. Like
Suggestion, colloquially, a recommendation. Could be. Then let's see.
beats could be
Come
throbs.
now.
Yeah,
Come
be
now.
reasonable,
Be
will
reasonable,
you?
will you? Come now.
That's what I say to my wife every night. Be reasonable.
Right. Good.
Blank HR blank BS.
Yeah, that's beats. I think that's throbs.
Nice. One
Okay.
syllable. So to be, 1 syllable. Something. Okay, so we've got it would be a blank. Haiku were to be 1 syllable. Tool. Could inter be wrong? Could that?
No, that can't be wrong. That
Bury,
cannot.
that's right.
Yeah. What
Well, let's build
about
up in the top right corner.
yeah? Certain ways to work for 9 down. Back to that. It's blank 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 ES.
Nothing.
Like wages? Is that
Certain ways to work.
like wage? A certain way. I don't know.
Yeah, let's.
Because it would be great. What if it said it would be great?
Could be. Let's 10 down. Blank blank blank.
Yeah.
Wood in Louisville Sluggers.
Oh, that's ash.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So 16 across. Blank S. Blank blank blank.
That clue is deplete.
Use up.
Yep. So our certain line ways to work. Blank U, blank E, blank.
Mm,
No, Shane. We're busy.
No, Shane. Are we still sharing my screen? It's still there.
Yeah, we still see
Great.
it. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
Oh, good. Oh, beautiful. We're back.
Yeah.
And we're back. Oh.
what?
Here we
full
go.
circle. LPs. There's an S at the end of that. Certain
right.
ways to work.
Excuse. Okay, so maybe let's do these downs. 11 down.
The clue is remove quickly as a band-aid.
Tear off.
Tear off. Remove quickly. Then 12 down is blank you, blank, 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 blank.
Just go with it.
Be cool. Just go with it.
What maybe, do we do 9 across?
Blank AT blank blank. We did not. Pet peeves?
What do
Peeves?
pet peeves?
So it's probably, I bet it's something that pets don't like.
Right. They hate
Knocks at the door.
water. But it's going to be plural. So it has to fit
Yeah,
with
pet
an S at the end.
peeves.
Should we put the S there and see, revisit 13 down? SP followed by 4 blanks.
That clue is zoomed past.
Sped up,
Like sped by.
sped by, or up. Yeah. Let's see.
25.
25 across. OO blank. Probably OO.
Oh, blank, blank.
B.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be O blank blank.
That clue is globe. Orb.
Nice. So sped by.
Okay.
It
So-
would be.
It would be a shame
a
if-
shame.
if my haiku. It would be a shame if my haiku were to be one syllable.
Too many.
So
One
then,
syllable,
tromany.
Well, but then one syllable.
Oh, like, is it?
It is
like-
a rebus. Too many.
Yeah,
Tro-
yeah.
So then extended the duration of. Is that
No. What could it be? What else could it be other than that? Trump. It's not that. It's something like what other word? 2 or 3 letter word or
Would it be too long? Too long? Too short?
too short.
I think it's either too short or too long.
Prolonged.
Prolonged.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
a
that's a
pip.
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 Yeah, yeah, those
And
little
then-
tiny.
Nice.
Nice.
Long.
And then the long has to. That's great.
I love
then
it.
It would be a shame if my haiku were to be one syllable too long.
Yeah,
That's fun.
That is fun.
it doesn't. I mean, so that is the right number of syllables of syllable to. It is too long then, right? Because it's only supposed to be 5.
Be
I think so.
a shame. One syllable too. Yeah, so it is one syllable too long. And so it is a shame.
Did it need to be in a rebus? I guess putting it in the rebus was just a way of saying like, "Oops, we went too far, so we're going to cram this into a small space." Or
Yeah, it's kind of it's like
I don't know.
it's like a subtext or it's like a mini.
Yeah.
Because if you exclude that, then the syllable count is right.
Right. Yeah.
And it's okay if you can break the one rule you can never break in the haikus is the syllable rule, unless you're referring to breaking the rule in your poem.
That's a great question. That's a great point. It's asking, is this a haiku? If it's one too many syllables. Okay, well, how about our John Rolfe? I believe it is the correct name there.
Oh, ROL.
Yeah.
So an isles, a group of them is called an archipel.
ILES. Ils. Yeah, so that's
French.
Yeah, French. Sure,
Yeah.
I guess. ILES.
Sorry, I looked at. Don't look. Did you guys see?
I looked at it. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, sorry. It's,
Rudd.
No, that's just that's an accident. R blank D. We could have played True Clue if you didn't see what I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
A Rector set piece.
I remember erector sets. Rod. ROD. Does that seem right?
Yeah.
We looked at this already. 12 down. Blank UMORME.
Yeah. Dang
It's
it.
like humor me, right?
Humor me. Yeah, just go with it. Humor me. Pet peeves, baths.
Oh, they hate 'em.
Hey.
Look at us.
Pretty fast.
14 minutes and 31 seconds faster than our average.
Yeah. Well.
Well, I know.
I'm gonna say it was all because Dylan's comment.
Yeah, that woof really. We got started
Yeah,
on the
unlocked
right
the
footing.
whole thing.
Yeah, thank you, Dylan, very much. Good to have you.
All right. Well, that was some good stuff. It was fun. A haiku theme. It was nice, tight. You know.
Yeah.
Toy.
What are we gonna look up now? We can look back through the comments and see.
Sure.
Look at the
Easy.
hash tags.
Well, there might be more that I missed, but I
That's fair.
put in the YouTube comment section Scoville for looking up the Scoville units.
Yeah, I'll pull that up here. Should we
And
Should we just take out an ad on here? Look, they have they put ads on this page.
Let's see. Yeah, let's look into that.
Let's do it. Scoville.
It's like you just got to go to the Wikipedia page for this one. It's not such a well. It's
probably
not
someone's name.
I guess. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Mr. Wilbur Scoville.
Yeah, Wilbur Scoville, pharmacist. The Scoville scale is a measurement of the pungency, spiciness, or heat of chili peppers. I didn't realize pungency was related. I thought pungent was kind of a different...
well, I think he means pungency, like strength of peppers.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not...
strong, sharp.
pungency
smell
is the
or
condition of having a
flavor.
strong smell or flavor. I guess I thought pungency was like a little more funky. But maybe it's just that strong. It's just that it's sharp.
Yeah, strong.
It's not. It's okay. Well, okay. So it recorded on the Scoville heat units (SHU), based on the concentration of capsaicinoids, which among which capsaicin is the predominant component. It's named after its creator, American pharmacist Wilbur Scoville, whose 1912 method is known as the Scoville organoleptic test. Yeah. That's cool. Scoville. Wilbur Scoville. Should we see what he looks like? Just get a little picture. Hey!
Look at
worth
him.
Wow.
Do you think he likes spicy food?
That's like...
Who does he look like? He kind of looks like Alfie Allen a little bit.
I mean, he looks like a cartoon character. Right? I mean, his face...
It's the hair, I think, too.
His complexion, is it just the old photos just
I think
washed
it's a
out?
softened... Yeah, it's just very softened. But he does look like he's a character in a Pixar movie.
It's like his face is way too, like... pretty, and then his hair has this, it's kind of balding, but he's got he's got not balding, he's got the retreating hairline, the widow's peak.
Yeah.
He's like a Dapper Dan guy.
But then he still has like a bit of a swoopage going on in his hair.
Swoopage for sure. There's peaks, side peaks, and a top peak. There's like 3 peaks.
I wonder how he got his hair to do that.
Yeah, what product is in there, do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pure
Burl cream?
Pure capsaicin.
Capsaicin.
Maybe he just ate a really hot pepper and it was like...
Yeah, his hair went, wow.
Well, wow.
And he's wearing, like he's all dressed up, got a nice coat and a collared shirt, an old timey collared shirt. But then in between the coat jacket, like a collared jacket and that shirt is like a
tie of some sort.
Yeah,
is that
cravat?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a knit.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like it's knit.
It's not clearly visible though. It's very faded. Image, so.
And I almost thought it looked kind of like a doily or something.
Are there other photos of him?
That's for when he eats something really spicy and he needs
Google his name.
A napkin right away from right there. Wilbur Scoville. We're gonna look for other pictures of him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just to see if he's got.
Google Doodle.
Oh, how fun!
That's pretty cute.
And they did the cartoon about right.
Wait, here's another photo of him. This one.
Which one?
Right next to the pepper and
that's
ice.
like the same one.
No, above that one.
No.
Daniel, you
sorry,
clicked on the wrong one.
My bad.
He has a black bow tie.
Where did I go?
I don't know.
Oh dear.
This one.
That
one.
Yeah.
Okay. He's wearing a different color bow tie in this one, clearly, and he's looking. His body's tilted a different direction. Looks like maybe the same jacket.
His mustache is a little.
That's
more
quite the swoop up top.
Yeah, super swoop.
It's a very heavy
ears,
mustache.
Bow tie. Wilbur. Okay, well that's great. Wilbur Scoville and the organoleptic test.
Okay.
What else is from the notes there?
Well, we could look up UTZ, the UTZ.
The chips.
It's a product name, so it's probably not in Edam Online again.
True that.
But maybe there's a Wikipedia page or just these images you've Googled with the woman. It's got a girl's head. She's like a cartoon character, like Orphan Annie. You see her.
Is this an American brand?
I don't recognize it.
I don't recognize it either.
I've eaten them before.
Chips. Pretty good.
Family size.
Yeah.
$42 for a bag of potato chips.
10 count.
Excuse me.
Oh, should we get it? Should we send it to one of our friends?
We should send it to us, to each other. Technically, we're friends, and then we get to eat the chips.
That's true. Then we
So
eat the
can you
chips.
look at About Us? I'm just interested in this the origin of Utz. Are they? Yeah. Where does the word come from?
All
is
About
it-
Us
What about?
is what
yeah.
their page should.
We are Utz. Our story began with Bill and Sally, who started making and selling potato chips in 1921. Now we are publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. This is a reflection of Utz quality. They don't explain in our facilities. Yeah, they don't explain where the word comes from.
There's a really great storyline in Mad Men. They have the Utz potato chip account, and they've got this comedian, Jimmy Barrett, who's going to do an Utz commercial. So Don Draper goes down to the set one day, and Bill and Sally are on set. And in the Mad Men universe, Sally was like a more overweight woman. And the comedian is on set doing, he's like improving the Utz commercial. And then he basically just starts doing a stand-up set where he is roasting this woman's weight. Like, he makes some really bad comments about her weight and puts the whole account in jeopardy. And so Don Draper basically has to get this guy, who's kind of a jerk, to apologize to the woman at dinner. It's a whole thing.
That sounds like some real Mad Men shenanigans.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's great. Utz, All About Utz. It's the name. It comes from the name. Yeah, we could see what
That's their last name. Yeah, we could see where their
name comes from. Yeah,
I guess we could. It sounds like New York, most recently.
Yeah.
The next thing we have to look up perhaps here is Hilda Solis,
Okay.
the Secretary of Labor for Obama, I guess.
There she
Hilda.
is.
Yeah, hildasolis.org. She's got her own webpage here about Hilda. Let's see what she says about herself.
She's the LA County Supervisor.
Sworn in back in 2014, re-elected for a
Okay.
new 4-year term in 2018. So that's what she's currently doing.
That's cool.
And what did it say she was under? What was her position?
I think
Secretary of Labor.
Secretary of Labor.
there it
Oh
is.
yeah, there it is. Under
The first Latina to serve in the United States cabinet.
Wow.
Be cool. She began her career working in the Carter White House Office of Hispanic
Wow.
Affairs. She's been working at it a long time.
What is a supervisor?
County supervisor. I feel like it's similar to the city council structure, but like at a county level, county
okay.
supervisors. So she's their first district chair. So it looks like a structure like that.
That's cool. She's had a great career, long career, still
Yeah.
going strong.
All right, what else? Who else?
Well, could we glance at the puzzle and have a look? We do want to look up the word haiku, maybe see what the
that'd be-
etymology of
that'd be
haiku
fun.
is. What other words are
That's a
there?
great
Kurtz?
idea.
We were going to get to the bottom of
Um,
Admiral Kurtz. I think that's important, Daniel.
Okay, let's do that.
I feel like can't let that argument go unresolved. Now, Joseph Conrad, he wrote this book called Heart of Darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and then the movie was. Sorry.
There's versions of it. There-
Apocalypse Now is basically a movie adaptation of that book, or directly inspired by that book, right?
Mm-hmm.
and there's it's been, I'd say, it's kind of a motif that gets played out in different
The
films and
going into the jungle and becoming mad and
yeah,
and-
or
and-
or I think it's been done a number of times in sort of the space genre.
the
Ad
Final Frontier.
Astra,
Mm-hmm.
different ones. So okay, so it looks like by this picture of
Yes, but he's
Wow.
also a figure. He's a character in the Joseph Conrad novel. So he's both things. Apocalypse Now, people would watch that and think and it is a Vietnam movie, but it's also like an adaptation of the Joseph Conrad novel, which I think takes place in Africa instead of Vietnam, but it's
Right.
all the same concepts. And you're right. I think it's an interesting theme. We've all spent time going into the wilderness or the nature, and we've quarreled. Nature's been had its knife up to our throats at
Sure
times.
has.
You know,
Sure has.
and the experience can be harrowing, and and so it does make me think of these movies like Aguirre, The Wrath of God, or that other Werner Herzog movie, Fitzcarraldo. It's all about going into the jungle and just losing your mind.
Should we watch Marlon Brando sing the horror? The horror.
The other one that came out a few years ago, The Lost City of Zed, another perfect kind of archetype follower in that way.
Okay, hopefully you guys get to hear this, because that's the whole point, right?
I think there's like a delay on that.
Did you hear it though?
I heard it.
It's more of a whisper.
Yeah, it's more of a whisper than a yell.
Yeah. Did they say? Who cries? But I guess maybe in the novel he does. It might say he cried out.
In the novel, he cries out horror. You know, we should really do a return and report. We should read this novel, book club. You know, Crosspod Wordcast book club.
I had a hard time making it through it in high school and then again in college.
I never even gave it a shot. I've never read it. It was never assigned. You know,
it was interesting. I could probably read it better now or listen to the audio book of it, but for some reason I found it a bit of a slog. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, what else?
Haiku. We were going to look up,
okay,
right?
Haiku.
Lindsay? Are you looking at the puzzle? What other words do we not know?
Well, I wasn't playing. I was playing along on the screen, so I can't.
Oh yeah.
Tell.
Let's see.
Haiku.
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 Well, what does the word mean?
Yeah, it's a short poem in Japanese. Traditionally, consists of 3 phrases that contain a kireji or cutting word. A type of a Japanese phoneme in a 5-7-5 pattern and a kigo or seasonal reference, which ours did not have.
I think Timberthrax mentioned that that each line had a name for it, and he was right on the money with that.
Yeah. Haiku originated as an opening part of a larger Japanese poem called Renga. Haiku is written as an opening stanza. Originally from Japan, English and haiku in other languages. But I don't see a defined haiku or the meaning of the...
Well, what about Edam Online?
Oh, yeah.
Because the haiku is an English word, like it's in an English dictionary. It's you know, you can say the word haiku and you're speaking English completely. So it's fair to say that it would be in this dictionary.
In 1902, from Japanese haiku, telescoped, supposedly in the 19th century by the poet Shiki, from haikai nuku, comic verses. Originally the name of the opening lines of a type of improvised, witty, linked verse. The form developed mid-16th century. Traditionally, there is a mention of a season of the year somewhere in a haiku as a means of establishing the poem's tone, though this may be may be only the slightest suggestion. Yeah, I didn't know that the seasonality was so. I definitely think of pastoral kind of haikus as being traditional, but like about a cherry blossom or something.
That's an interesting feature that each definition has mentioned, but none of us thought of as a necessary feature of the haiku. But I like the telescope idea that you take Hakai no ku and you just collapse it together and you take out the middle parts and it's just haiku. I guess that's a telescoped word. Yeah,
it's kind of like what they do for a rebus. They kind of telescope it. And they pull it back. Yeah. Okay, terrific. Haiku. Anything else?
Well,
good on the EP?
It could be that we look up Yeah.
Lord?
Poncho. What about Poncho or Serrano? What did you? Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Lord.
Ella Lord.
Ella Lord.
Ella Lord.
Ella Lord, New Zealand singer. Ella Marija Lani Yellick-O'Connor, known officially as Lord, is a New Zealand singer-songwriter. Cool.
How about Serrano? I'm interested.
I like the etymology.
Sure.
Should we try that?
Uh-huh. And then we can do Poncho after that. Some etymology going into
Poncho,
Spanish.
Nice, I like that.
So that's not in there. I guess it's not really an English word.
Yeah.
According to them.
Define Serrano. A small chili pepper, very hot. Variety used fresh or dried in cooking. Serrano, Serrano of the mountains, Highlander.
From the Sierras, yeah. Okay.
That from Spanish, literally of the mountains. Serrano.
Yeah, like from someone who is from this, or something that is from the
Like
Sierra.
Sierra. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
So it's like the adjective phrase for Sierra.
Serrano. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Another fun one.
What about Poncho while we're at it?
Oh,
I wonder.
yeah.
Here's something fun. Can we? Oh gosh, I don't know if this is good. Can I put it in the chat thread?
Yeah.
And you click on it. I have because Spanish words have their own etymology. Every language has its own etymology.
So poncho, is this related to what you're putting, or is this going to come after the poncho?
Oh, that's fine. You go ahead.
Type of blanket like South American cloak or loose garment, 1717, from American Spanish poncho, from Araucanian Chile, ponzo, woolen fabric, perhaps influenced by Spanish poncho, variant of pocho, discolored, faded. Huh. Okay, so it kind of implies a discolored fadedness, a poncho, or early ponchos anyway, but a woolen fabric. Great.
Huh. Interesting.
I've definitely worn rain ponchos more than like your woolen ponchos. Okay, David, you had a thing for me to click on?
Yeah, I put it into our Zoom chat there.
Let me see if I can just get it. Etimologías.
Yeah, .dechile.net.
Yeah. De Chile. Did you get that right?
Yeah, that's right. And it's, they have their own. Oh, maybe you need that / question mark Chile.
Yeah, / question mark Chile. .net / question mark Chile.
Oh,
I could probably just
boy.
copy it over here.
I think you're missing an O after the L.
You're right. I am indeed.
You gotta get through iOS to kind of agree with your cursor.
There.
Yeah, etymolo.
No.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh no.
No, there's too many of those. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Get it.
Etymologias.
Why can't I just pull up the link? Here we go. And if I copy it here, I should be able to paste it here. Now it doesn't even want to do it. Let's new page. There we go. Paste it from Safari.
So if you put in poncho here, it will have its own, story of poncho, or any Spanish word you can think of. Poncho happens to be a word that is in our dictionary too, but like serrano, I bet, is in here, and you could look up the exact etymology of it as a Spanish word.
Well, can we comb through here for any consiste de una simple frazada de lana. Frazada, I don't know what that is.
Wool frazada.
Lana is wool, so maybe like a piece of wool. Con una rajadura al medio. Rajadura, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a hole?
Maybe a rope or something.
Oh, yeah. Al medio para meter la cabeza.
Oh, a hole. Yeah, a hole.
Yeah, a hole. Put your head through.
Es muy simple, pero funciona de maravilla en el sur de Chile para proteger. So that's like a definition of it. But then when do they talk about the mountain?
Well, the mountain was the Serrano stuff.
Yeah, so you think that would be part of the conversation here. Oh,
Poncho?
sorry, we're not on Serrano, we're on Poncho.
I mean, Chile's got mountains. So
Right. Well, when do they start talking about like the faded? Maybe that's what frasada means.
yeah, frasada. Should we look that up? Frasada.
Oh gosh,
Here we go.
this is a bit of a rabbit hole for this, which is
they
an
don't like
English-speaking podcast.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, it's a nice reference. I'll share that link in the YouTube thread too here.
Nice. Doodles of Wilbur Scoville. Okay, guys. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our etymological pass.
Yes.
Cute.
That is beautiful. Thank you, Daniel.
You're
now, on to the arts section.
Indeed.
The section in which we share
arts.
some piece of art that has moved us somehow.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start since I already telescoped mine. No, I telegraphed it. I sent you guys a telegraph. Did you get that? And it was about Mitchell and Webb. So I'll focus on Mitchell and Webb as a pair and kind of like all of the things that they've done.
Yeah,
together.
they're worth discussing. You know, a lot of people might not know about them.
Yeah, I mean on OK Go. No, what's it called?
IMDb.
No, it's Jesse Thorne's podcast.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Yeah, he interviews people from all facets of culture.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of musicians.
It's an
and
NPR
arts
podcast.
people. Yeah, and he interviewed the two of them because they have done so many projects together. And my first introduction to them was from you, David. Right before I moved to England, you said you got to watch this before you go. You have to watch Peep Show.
Peep Show. Yeah.
And so we watched a number of episodes, I think, before I went, and then I continued to watch it and enjoy it. And then Lindsay, have you heard of Peep Show?
I have heard of Peep Show.
Have you seen Peep Show?
I have seen a little bit of Peep Show.
Cool. Lindsay's seen a Peep Show. Put that in the comments.
Hey.
So
Olivia Colman is in it. You have to mention that she's in it, and she's everyone's good in it, but she's amazing, and she's a big character on the show, and then she's gone on to do such amazing things.
Yeah. So David and Mitchell, Mitchell and Webb, or David Mitchell and Robert Webb, are two guys who met each other in college. I think he said I can't remember where it was. I think it was something like Cambridge or something like that. And they were both just, they just kind of resonated with each other's comedy sensibilities very quickly. And so they started just like teaming up to write things and sketches and shows and perform things.
Yeah, radio shows and stage things. Yeah, and they just their humor resonated with each other right early on.
And so they started collaborating, and they did, I think, some lesser programs, like less popular programs. I'm not familiar with. I know they did some stuff before Peep Show, but I can't think of the ones before that they did together that I would have seen.
And since Peep Show, I think they did that Mitchell and Webb look has been overlapping almost with Peep Show, I think.
Yeah, and this is another very this is a comedy duo sketch show in the style of it's the format that we'd be familiar with for Key and Peele, where they are pretty much both in every sketch. They playing the main characters, but they have other people who do sketches on the show, and they just do little bits. Yeah,
it's very British.
Very British, very funny. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and certainly haven't watched all of the episodes. But Peep Show, for anyone who hasn't seen it, what I would say is a unique show for its cinematographic execution. Every shot the camera does in the show is a first-person shot. It's all through one of the characters' eyes. It could be someone passing. It can be a nobody character for a moment, or probably even animals at certain times that I can't recall, but mostly it's these main characters. And while the camera is behind their eyes, you also can hear their thoughts, their inner monologue.
Yeah.
And it makes for like just a fascinating and kind of, maybe a little cynical, but also still has a little bit of heart, kind of,
Yeah, Jesse Thorne mentions in that interview that they're both unlikable. They do terrible things all the time, and you're pulling your hair out. It's funny. It's like you worry that they're just making the worst decisions all the time, but it's hilarious. And to have their inner monologue running when you really kind of get to know these characters. I think it's funny but like poignant at times a lot. It's like a really like brilliant show that gets into the mind of being a human.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. And Mitchell and Webb look is a great little bit. And I want to start. I found I can watch like one free episode of this new show that they have on IFC called Back.
Back.
And it's two estranged foster brothers come back together, take over the family business after the death of their father, and it's the two of them. And I haven't seen any of it yet. I pulled it up and I literally got like in the opening credits and had to go do something else. So I'll let you know. I'll return and report.
Oh, good.
Who's next?
David, go ahead.
Okay, I can if Lindsay, if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay, I have a rare medium this time. I always talk about TV shows and video games, or I don't know, YouTube channels and podcasts. This time it's a novel, a hardcover, novel printed, held in your hand.
Give us a little thumb of the pages, if you would.
Oh, it's actually, it's in the other room. Just one second.
Okay. Well, Lindsay, will you be entering a new medium tonight?
I will not be entering a new medium tonight.
Known medium.
A known medium. Oh, yeah, it is known. It's just a Netflix series. Oh, here he is.
Okay. With a book.
Okie doke. I'm back.
Okie doke. So you got a physical book.
Yeah, and I'll leaf through the pages here.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Hefty.
Yeah, just it's pretty, standard novel.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah. Hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a page marker.
Oh, I just happen to have a
Bookmark?
bookmark here. It's just a.
Oh, it's not built into the book.
No, it's not built in. So, it's. I'll hold this up to the camera. Does it see anything?
No.
No.
No. Why don't I just pull up maybe some images from it?
Well, okay, sure. This book is called The Parisian, and it's by Isabella Hammad, Hammad. The Parisian, or El Barisi. So it's the title. You can't see it because there you can see that. And it's a novel about a man who is a Palestinian man who travels as a young man. His father sends him to study in France, and he sends him first to Turkey and then to France, and he's going to medical school, and it takes place at this time he's in France learning medicine. It's pre-World War I, and the world is changing a lot at this time, and I'd say that the book is just really well written. The craft of the sentences and the beautiful language. What it does is, because it's a book that takes place in Palestine and in Paris or in France, a lot of French and Arabic is kind of blended into the language and the dialogue in the book, but it really flows well, I think, and it's accessible for people who aren't familiar with either language, but it's also it offers kind of rewards for people familiar with those languages, I think. And
like yourself.
I happen to be familiar with remotely familiar with French because it's a Romance language that has kind of similar features to Spanish, and some Arabic as well. So for me, I did study the period or the region quite a bit, and the period of interest leading up to the formation of Israel, and everything that how that feels to be a Palestinian and have the formation of Israel happen over the course of your lifetime. It's an interesting time period to kind of be in someone's mind and to experience the personal life of someone that's going through that. And really he's remote in some ways from some of it because he's in France for some of the time and traveling. But the world that you're seeing through his eyes, I think is very interesting and very beautiful human stories. And I recommend this book, The Parisian, Isabella Hamad.
And it was published in just 2019. It's a new publication. Is that right? Is
that's
that
right?
Yeah. Great.
Pretty recent.
Have to check it out. Maybe an audiobook version?
Oh, that would be interesting. I wonder if Isabella reads it herself.
That'd be very cool, especially for the language parts. If somebody could, give it life that way. Well, Lindsay, I went back to IMDb because you mentioned your medium is a visual one. Again, a TV show.
Yes. So the TV show. Can you hear me? Okay. The TV show that I chose is. It's another art show on Netflix, but it's called This Is a Robbery, and it's about an art heist at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, and it's like the biggest art heist in all of history, and they've never recovered these paintings, and it's kind of, it leaves you still wondering who it is and if these paintings will ever be found. It's quite the story.
This is the second art. Didn't you already tell us about one called Made You Look?
That one is about forgeries.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and this one's about stolen art. Well, and you've given us a little bit of art cleaning. Stuff too.
That's just my.
Yeah. So it's a series. How many episodes are we looking at here? 4
episodes.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's great. Also, it's scored really well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you kind of watch it did you binge it?
We did binge it over the course of 2 nights. Yes, absolutely.
Nice. This Is a Robbery.
Yeah.
From the producers of The Irishman.
Oh.
The mob may or may not be involved.
Oh, okay. I see.
They are.
I hope you guys watch it. I would like to talk about it if you guys do a return and report.
Okay. I certainly almost watched the Made You Look. Just, haven't had that moment that it felt right. Well, great. So we had some art documentary, true crime-ish, maybe kind of almost feel.
Yeah, lingering mystery. I wonder that does it give you much closure at the end if it's still lingering?
It doesn't give you any closure.
Oh dear.
Spoiler.
All of them, all the art that's at the museums are fakes, and the real ones have been stolen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we want to say thank you to our listeners and to our subscribers. If you're not subscribed to us on YouTube or Twitch, please do.
Or on the podcast feed follower that you.
And while you are hitting subscribe, if you already like us, give us a review in the Apple Podcasts. That's great. And what else? Any other housekeeping, guys? Keeping house?
Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Twitter, Xpod Wordcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Instagram, Crosspod Wordcast.
Yeah, all of these places.
Yep.
Follow us, email us, crosspodwordcast@gmail.com.
Come back and join us every Thursday night, 5:30ish, Mountain Standard Time.
Yep.
And David, what was it you wanted everyone to do?
Oh, and remember, I haven't asked you to do anything.
Okay. Lindsay?
I still don't have one yet. Is that going to be it? I still don't have one yet.
That's pretty good. And that's a pretty good place to stop recording. I like Jesse Thorne's on Bullseye.
Yeah. And just remember, every